Not guilty, Your Honor. Not guilty.
Your Honor, this is absurd. Please. There was a deal in place for the defendant contingent upon a guilty plea.
I told you Tay would walk in here and get Todd to change his plea.
He knows what he did was wrong, doesn't he? He knows he's guilty.
I'm not guilty, Your Honor. I did not rape Marty Saybrook. Not this time.
Order! Mr. Manning, I just read a laundry list of charges against you.
My client pleads not guilty to everyone.
Procedure,
Just
Your
a minute,
Honor.
Ms. Hannon. Is your client aware that any deal he made prior to changing his plea is now null and void?
He is.
Well, I would like to hear him say that, Mr. Manning.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Well, so be it. A plea of not guilty is hereby entered.
Is he really changing his plea?
It appears so.
What happens now?
Unfortunately, we go to trial.
I have to testify?
I'm very sorry.
What about Todd?
Him? I rip him limb from limb.
You did the right thing, Todd.
Nora looks pretty pissed.
Wait till you see her face when you get bail. I'll have you out of here before you know it.
We will proceed now with the question of bail. Now, I remind counsel that in order to be released from custody, the defendant must demonstrate that he will appear in court at the appointed time, that he will not flee the jurisdiction, and that he poses no threat to the community.
Yeah, that's right. That's Todd in a nutshell.
Need I remind those seated in the gallery to please refrain from comments? Good. Ms. Hannon.
Yes, Your Honor. Before I make my request regarding bail for the defendant, I'd like to offer some, well, these supportive documents, please. Given the breadth and scope of this information, the people request remand, Your Honor.
What?
Yes, the people request that Todd Manning be held without bail.
Your Honor, the defense is ready to make its request for bail. Unfortunately, I haven't viewed D.A. Hannon's greatest hits.
Don't try my patience, Miss Delgado.
I'm simply trying to explain that whatever documents the DA has dredged up are irrelevant and dated. My client is no threat to society.
This is not ancient history, Your Honor. There is a restraining order currently in place against Mr. Manning.
That hardly proves he's a threat to society.
Not just to his children.
Proving he has a reason to stay in the area is not a flight risk.
He was planning on leaving the state with the woman he was holding hostage.
I'm sorry, was that proven?
I found him myself trying to escape from the hospital.
Uh-huh. Where a gunshot was heard.
A single gunshot. The incident was contained and no patients were evacuated.
The victim of the gunshot was, I believe, Mr. Manning's daughter's doctor. Maybe he was trying to help?
Oh, please!
Order, or I won't remind you again. Now, counsel, approach.
Listen to her. Talking about Todd as if he's some great father, as if she knows. It's her job, isn't it? He paid her $5 million to take Starr away from me before. I'm just saying she seems like a good lawyer. Yeah. She is. I think that's the problem. I don't know what I'll do if Todd gets off.
Don't worry, Todd's not going to get off. All right? Everyone knows he's guilty.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but what? What?
he's pleading not guilty.
Yeah, he's lying like he always does.
Okay, I know that. I know the truth. It's just...
It's just he's your dad.
Okay, not just him, but Taya too. I loved them, okay? And now they're the enemy. Do you really think it's possible for him to walk away from this?
There's a lot of evidence against him.
What if it doesn't matter?
There's justice at will.
But what if it doesn't?
He's guilty. You have to believe the law's on your side.
Was it on your side when you were trying to get me out of his house?
The people have stated that my client is a flight risk. That is patently untrue.
He owns his own private plane.
And how is he going to fuel it? His assets are frozen, Your Honor. Even if he wanted to leave town, he doesn't have the funds to do it.
Probably has fuel already in it, and I'm sure he has plenty of ways of making money.
doesn't already have fuel in it. I know that for a fact. And why would he even try to make money? He's easily recognizable.
He faked his own multi-personality disorder in order to avoid prison. I'm sure he's got lots of ways.
I'm aware of Mr. Manning's history.
That has no bearing in this courtroom, Your Honor.
Where did you go to law school, Miss Delgado? The defendant's background has all the bearing in the world in a bail hearing.
Well, it obviously does in this courtroom because you've already convicted Todd Manning.
Why is this taking so long? He is probably trying to sell the judge the Brooklyn Bridge. You don't really think she'd get the judge to let him out on bail, do you?
Oh, sure she could.
If she wasn't up against Nora.
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider your opinion of me from a slightly less comfortable accommodation.
No, Your Honor.
Perhaps you're unaware that your reputation precedes you. I'm well versed in the custody case you won several years ago, where you hobbled into court just hours after tumbling out of a second-story window. Well, you clearly enjoy suffering for your cause.
That's not what I was doing, Your Honor.
Well, I didn't think so. But just in case there are any doubts, let me assure you, this is an unbiased court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Of course, Your Honor.
Well, return to your seats.
What happened?
A point for each side.
Just so long.
Found out exactly what they're dealing with.
Am I going to get bail?
I have made my decision regarding the defendant's bail request. Given Mr. Manning's history of eluding the law and with the alleged victim, I am denying bail. The defendant is remanded to custody until the completion of this trial.
Like this, you're not going back to jail.
I don't care.
You hate it.
Doesn't matter.
Since when?
Without Marty, I might as well be in prison.
I think the system worked.
No, doesn't change how it worked for you.
I'm only thinking about you today.
He's finally off the streets. Now he won't be able to hurt anyone.
Or be able to ruin his own life.
I don't want to hear you say the word prison.
Why not? That's where I'm headed.
Not if you have me.
Counsel will be notified of the date for the preliminary evidentiary hearing. And now we can all go home with this day in court, nothing but a happy memory.
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to request an immediate hearing date.
D.A. Hannon, do you object?
No, I have no objection. The people are fully prepared to present the evidence.
As I have been made aware that the mayor wishes to see rapid progress in this case, I will grant your request, Ms. Delgado. The preliminary hearing for the case of Commonwealth versus Todd Manning is hereby scheduled to begin tomorrow.
Nice work, Bill.
Oh, it's nice to have a few facts on our side.
Well, unfortunately, Todd had Tay on his side.
No, it was my bad. I overplayed my hand putting that rape charge in at the last minute. I'm sorry.
No, it would have been fine if she hadn't shown up.
Well, she did. She was all over it, and then that's what she used to convince Todd to change his plea. Fortunately, now we have to go to trial, and I'm afraid you're going to have to relive your ordeal.
I can't believe that it all starts tomorrow.
Listen, you do not have to be there, okay?
Now I want to go.
Hey, Mom, are you sure you're strong enough for this, though?
Yeah, she's strong enough. I know she is. And the good news is that when he gets convicted, he will get life. He should have taken the deal.
You sure you're ready for this?
When have I ever not been ready?
Let's go.
Trust me. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'll see you later, Todd.
Not guilty?
I was gonna say I raped you.
You did it before.
Not this time. I couldn't hurt you. I love you.
Oh, don't say it.
I'll see you in court.